Pekka Llappi has described his stunning fall from the Rally Mexico lead position and subsequent efforts to contain the fire that broke out in his Hyundai. When Llappi spun and hit an electrical post with the back of his car on Saturday's stages, he had a 5-second lead over Sebastian Ogier. Llappi told Dirtfish, "There was a brief leftover crest, but the prior bend is a bit on the right with a cut. I believe I got a little caught on the cut, and then the entry here on the left and then the outside of the turn narrows, and I touched that one and it spread me out, and I struck the pole with my rear," the rider said. Llappi and co-driver Jan Firm exited the Hyundai when the stage was stopped, and a fire soon broke out in the engine compartment. When Llappi had used all his fire extinguisher, Gus Greensmith, who was following him on the road, offered to assist. Llappi remarked of the fire, "Really, there was nothing in the beginning." So we stepped out, we clicked OK, then I pressed that the road is closed, but after a minute or so, it started to flame from the engine bay, said the group. I used up my extinguisher and attempted the vehicle system, but neither worked. Thanks to Gus, who luckily gave me an extinguisher, I was able to put out the fire. I was certain it would burn because there were already so many flames in the engine compartment. Nevertheless, when the fire truck arrived, I was able to completely put out the fire with the large extinguishers. The pole Llappi hit teetered over the Hyundai after being struck, and sparks from the wires on the pole suggested it was still alive. Although there were sparks and blue fire on the pole, Llappi added, "I'm not actually sure if there is any more power because I observed some blue fire on the wires. But since I was wearing a helmet and other protective gear, I didn't give a damn and immediately tried to put out the fire." Perhaps that was foolish, but sometimes when your adrenaline levels are high, you don't give yourself enough credit. Llappi has cited Friday's battle with Ogier as one of his best professional days. He believed that the crash that terminated his stellar run was essentially a little error with significant repercussions. "Little margins do exist, but this does occasionally happen," said Llappi. "We simply have to accept it and move on."